Hi, my name is Clarence Benjamin Stone. I am from Hooper Bay, Alaska. It's on the west coast of Alaska. It's by the Bering Sea.
My name is Matthew Stone and I'm from Hooper Bay, Alaska. You should know by now it's on the west coast. I lived there all my life. I barely went traveling. The only places I went were Chivak like once or twice a year to go visit my cousins and aunties, uncles and friends.
I'm Brad Peterson. I'm from Mountain Village, Alaska. That's on the Lower Yukon.
My name is Rico and I'm from Tyonek.
I'm Ree Levi from Anchorage, and I'm a senior at Nenana.
I am Andrew Kennedy. I was raised in Fairbanks. My village is Chitna, Alaska, and I like to describe myself as a quiet person most of the time.
I'm Hannah Allen. I'm a 9th grader. I'm 14 years old. I live in Nenana. This year will be my 2nd year.
I'm going into my 2nd year of Nenana.
This is my 2nd year.
This is my 3rd year coming, my 2nd school year.
This is my first year in Nenana and I'm really excited and I can't wait for school to start.
How do you normally spend your summers?
Just playing video games.
Walking my dogs, hanging with my parents, going to Fairbanks.
Just trying to find some job, basically.
Work, fish. Yeah, I fish.
Fishing and hunting and riding my 4-wheeler.
Staying with my friends, having a summer job for at least 1 month. Try to do some trash pickup to try help clean up Hooper, but it's still always really messy.
I like to play ball, soccer. I like practicing guitar. And my favorite subject is math.
I like to play basketball.
To try to set an example for others and to try my best to stay positive.
And how would you explain the program if somebody was like, what is the Nenana DBA intensive?
I tell them it's hard work, but it pays off in the end.
Like, there was ups and downs, but mainly ups.
We learned about leaving the trays, learned how to communicate with each other, hiked a lot.
I describe it as a unique, different type of experience because you don't really see the diversity of wildlife or weather changing like constantly, like every 5 to 10 minutes.
It's a fun program in that they should try go on it sometime, but they gotta be prepared because you might not know what would happen in Denali. You wouldn't know if you'd see a wolf or a bear, you know? You always gotta be prepared.
Yeah, I would just say it's a program that brings you closer to people.
It was like a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Like, you can never experience that again. Even if you go again, it'll just be a little bit different.
So why do you think that Denali National Park and Preserve in specific is important for this experience?
Because we made our own trail in which challenge ourselves by choice.
It gives more people an opportunity to actually learn how to be humble for what they have compared to what our ancestors had back in the day.
There was no trails and not very much humans.
It's good for this DBA experience because not everyone is used to choose your own path or that kind of deal. So Denali kind of helps kids experience what they haven't sometimes experienced before.
Well, you can't find so many animals in one place. and there's a lot of berries and
Like everywhere you look, you'll see like a mountain or like pretty sky.
What do you think is different about Denali compared to other ways that you've experienced nature?
Bear cans. We never use bear cans. And we always bring a gun with us wherever we go out in the wilderness, and here it's different because we care about the animals here. And like, I don't know, it's just very different. We don't have to poop in holes.
In Hooper Bay, there's not that much animals there. There's no caribou or bears or barely any moose.
On the last day, me and my brother loudly scouted and chose which trail and route to choose on the way heading back to the road.
It takes a lot to be a leader. Like, it's not only fun, but it can be scary at times because you can actually choose the wrong way and fail, but I guess being a leader is a priority, I guess. National parks are important because it's the animals' home.
animals are a big part of this world, and it's important to keep them safe.
And like, it's everybody's park, not just one person's.
They protect the land and the animals that reside in them.
It gives us more of an outlet, more of a different type of point of view of life.
People usually are like, oh, look at that new cell phone. And then they look at pictures of views. They don't actually go and see them, but when you go to a national park, you can actually see them for yourselves and the wildlife for yourself and experience it yourself, personal.
It made me have more respect for the land, the animals there.
I've also experienced national parks that have like gravel paths. I mean, they make you feel like you're in the wild, but once I experienced Denali, I was like, whoa, the national park I went to is way less cool than that.
What do you think the hardest or the most difficult part of this whole experience was for you?
Hiking. We carry our life on our back, 50 pounds. That's something we never usually do.
Probably hiking big hills.
Like climbing up a 2,000-foot mountain with a 40-pound pack on your back.
Probably how cold it was.
What do you think you learned from experiencing that challenge?
Keep on going even though it's hard, because it's going to get easier as the day goes by.
How has this trip helped you grow as a person?
It's helped me grow my leadership skills and my manners.
It taught me how to care about the animals, the environment.
Teamwork and communication
What to do if you encounter a bear, how to cross a river.
How was it to have a sweater with you?
If I know how to set up a tent now and cross a river, respect the animals, leave no trace, almost fully listen to our guides.
I think it has helped me cope with my grief a lot more.
All like the jokes we shared around the cook site and cooking, it kind of made us feel like a big family. That was a really good and awesome experience.
So what advice would you give to someone who intends to participate in this adventure in the future?
To stay true to yourself regardless of the challenges from Mother Nature.
It might sound weird when you can't bring deodorant, but you know, it's worth the experience.
not to wear cotton and use polyester and what was the other one? Wool.
Try not to pack too much, overpack.
Bring a pillow. That's what I did. You gotta bring a pillow, or else you'll be sleeping like Mr. Filardi.
You don't need a pillow. And make sure you're in good shape because you're gonna do a lot of hiking.
If I go on a program with whoever wants to come along, I'll teach them how to cross a river, set up a tent, stuff like that.
Pack light. And don't use cotton. and always be prepared.
I would definitely go again.
Filardi is a banana. That's my extra word.
What was one of your favorite experiences from the whole trip?
Oh, my favorite experience? Oh, there's so many of them. It impacts your life, I guess, and it helps you become one with yourself and nature.
I've never had to use the bathroom in a hole before. That was a whole different, unique experience for me. It has taught me to be more appreciative for nature and other things within my life.
How are you affected by nature?
It has taught me to be more humble for everything that I have.